So fasting, yep. You want to hear old King D's verdict on the fasting? I'm going to tell you my experience. So stick around for this one to find out. King D back with another one. And this video's called Fasting, King D's Experience. Or whatever the title's going to be, I haven't decided yet. I'm winging it this time.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, fasting. So it was 2 years ago this month, anyway, when I first started doing fasting. I was feeling like shit all the time, tired all the time. Come home from work and I was literally on the sofa. I didn't even have the energy to lift my head up. I'm like pillow there, watching the telly, eating shit. Getting slightly fatter and fatter as I went. It was not a good time in my life. And the depression hit me big time around this time as well. I was very, very low. Probably the lowest I've ever been. Hit rock bottom. So, of course, I didn't want to be at rock bottom. I was going to do anything I could to feel better. And then, so I'm scouring the internet for ways to make me feel better. And one of the ones was fasting. And I also watched a podcast. And it was GSP, the UFC fighter, who I like very much, so I was interested in what he had to say. And he's on about intermittent fasting, and he was on about how good it was. So I thought about it. I thought, why not give it a bash? I've got fuck all else to lose. So I did, and you know what? It was fucking hard. So I used to eat like an absolute beast. I used to eat 2 meal deals a day at work, which included chocolate. And then I'd come home and I'd have a mountain of a plate. And then I'd have a box of roses. Don't judge me. Alright, you can if you want. It was not good. So, and I'd wake up feeling lousy as shit. I was aching all over all the time. I was suffering with my knees for years. And you got to think block paving, doing driveways. I'm on my knees all the time. So that was what it was. Since I could remember, my knees hurt. But then for about a year and a half, my elbow was starting to get bad as well, where I couldn't straighten this arm at all. And it'd wake me up 3 or 4 times a night with pain. So I was suffering with that. IBS. If I needed a shit, I was going to have to go for a shit there and then. Otherwise, I was going to have a drama on my hands. Not saying I was going to shit my pants or anything, but my God, I'd have some serious pains, which wasn't very pleasant. So, anyway, that's what I was dealing with, that and the depression. So I start this fasting, and day one wasn't easy. I'm used to filling my face, like I just explained, and I couldn't do that. So what I did was guzzle some water. As soon as my belly starts rumbling, have some water. Now, I heard people saying, do like 16-hour, no food, 8-hour, eat. But I thought, fuck that, let's go for it, straight in the deep end. So I was doing 24. So 4-hour window of eating, that was it. I thought I could do that, no problemo. Well, it wasn't easy, but as the days progressed, it got easier. So like day 3, I was like, I'm getting the hang of this. Day 4, not so bad. And then, a couple of weeks in, it was pretty much standard for me. My body, it's amazing how quickly my body, and I'm not saying it's going to be the same for you, but I'm only going to tell you my experience. Do as you wish. So my experience is, a couple of weeks in, it gets a lot easier. I thought, it's just a way of life now. My body's just adapted to it so quickly. So I didn't really get much. I didn't really get hungry that much after that. I did find on like a Sunday, I would allow myself to be a little bit, give myself a bit more leeway. So then I would do maybe a 16-8, and I'd eat a bit more shit then as well. And I did find the following day I would feel a bit shitter and I would definitely get hungry. But then I'd weather the storm, get through it, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, back to normal. I didn't really get hungry. And to this day, it's very rare that I actually get hungry. Very rare. But I'll tell you something else as well. So I'd say when I got to about 3-4 weeks in, it suddenly got very easy. And not only did it get easy, that's when I started really noticing what was happening to me. Now, I told you about my elbow. It was fucked. Well, not anymore. Suddenly it's fine. Before every shovelful at work, every shovel, I'm going, fucking hell, ow, ow, ow. And it was literally all the way up my arm. I'm thinking, Jesus. I'm thinking, what am I going to do here? I can't stretch my arm. It's crunching all the time. And it hurts like hell to do anything at work. So I'm thinking, how much longer have I got doing this? I thought I'll grin and bear as much as I can and just keep powering through. But realistically, I'm not going to be able to do this forever. And if it gets any worse, I can't do my job. So that will play on my mind. And now all of a sudden, it's working like it always did before. My knees, they'd hurt since I could remember. They were fine. IBS. Doddle. You know what I mean? I could take it or leave it if I need a shit now. I'm like, yeah, we can hang on, we're alright. We're not going to die. That before, I was like, oh, I need a shit. Oh, I need a shit. Okay. Not anymore, baby. And the depression, that cleared right up. And I know I was doing a lot of other things as well, but I genuinely believe the fasting was the biggest reason my depression was disappearing quick. And not only that, I mean, just that brain fog. I was having really bad brain fog where I was just not quite there. That cleared right up. My focus was way better. And just life in general was way better. It sounds dramatic. And I know this is going to sound dramatic, but it felt like it gave me my life back doing fasting. I will never go back to eating 3 meals a day every day, or more than that, which I was quite regular. Never again. Never again. I'm quite happy. I mean, normally now, I tend to just have the one meal, but if I go to the gym, I might have something small before I go to the gym after work, and if it's just a little bite or something, and then have a meal when I get home. So I kind of play around whatever I'm doing anyway. And Sundays, because I've got my kids as well, I'll have 2 meals then. And a bit more relaxed on the Sunday as well. And might feel it a bit more the next day, but not really. My body's quite used to what I'm doing now. Again, like I said, very rare I get hungry now. It is a breeze. I've done a few, like 48-hour fasts this past 6 months. They've been a doddle as well, to be fair. A lot easier than I thought they were going to be. And again, my stomach's used to it now. So, and one concern I did have was that I can't get all my protein in. And I'm going to lose mass and all this, that and the other. I don't think I lost much muscle at all. I lost a lot of fat. I think after a week or 2 weeks, I dropped. It was like 2-3 weeks, to say something like that. I went down 2 belt sizes. So I ended up being like a 36-inch waist just before I started fasting. And then I went down to 32 with a big bum, so that was a bit of a struggle sometimes. So sometimes 34 with a belt, because I've got a big arse. And I want you to think about this now, right? So anyone thinking of doing the fasting or want to better their lives or be more focused, more disciplined, this is a great one for you. It really is. And I want you to think of this. What's better? A lion that's just had its dinner, or a hungry lion? A hungry lion every time. Now let's look at cavemen. Do you think they had 3 meals a day every day? I don't think so. They didn't. It was eat when you can, when you're able to, when you manage to catch something. They weren't eating 3 meals a day every day. We are not designed to eat 3 meals a day every day. There's a reason why obesity is gone crazy nowadays and everyone's diabetic or got some autoimmune issues or whatever. We're eating too much. And another thing, energy-wise, I was worried that I'm not eating all carbs all day now. Where's my energy going to come from? I've got way more energy since I started fasting than what I ever had when I was eating all the time. It's crazy, but it's true. And it's a constant energy. It's a constant, steady flow. I don't know where Eddie came from there. But it's just a constant, steady flow of energy. I'm not up and down like, oh, not really. Not nearly to the same degree as I was before. So it's pretty much a constant, steady, I'm sound. And I just crack on with my day. And like I said before, when I used to come home from work, I'd be like, I'll be gone. I couldn't hold my head up. Now I've got the strength again and the energy again to do this, to go to the gym as well. I mean, today, been at work all day. I've been running around like a yo-yo. Picked this up, been to the gym, had to chop some wood for my mate as well. Running around, and now I'm home, and now I'm doing this. And this is the second video today that I'm recording. And I'm fine. I'm still going. I'll sleep well tonight. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I'll be gone. But I've still got energy. I can carry on. I've not, throughout the day, thought, oh, I'm dead. No. So, give it a try. If it doesn't work out, I recommend giving it 3-4 weeks. And if you're not feeling it then whatever. Now, I don't know the rules with, like, if you are diabetic. Another thing, I can't remember all the details now, but I remember watching a video with, like, the 10 signs that you're pre-diabetic. Now, I ticked pretty much everything on that list, but all them symptoms went away. I can't remember all the symptoms now. I know bloating was one. I can't remember the rest, but that's disappeared. So I could definitely see that I was headed towards being diabetic, but I've reversed that with fasting, which is pretty cool as well. So just think, if I hadn't done that, I think now 2 years I've been doing the fasting, where would I be now? How would I be feeling? I won't be doing this fucking YouTube, that is for dead cert. I wouldn't have the energy. I'd be going to work, coming home, sitting my fat arse on the sofa, killing brain cells, playing on my phone, watching Netflix. That is it. But I've just got so much more energy now, and I feel good. My body feels young again. I really felt old, and I was falling apart. I was falling to absolute bits, in pain all the time. I had to squat to lift the toilet seat up for a piss first thing in the morning because my back wouldn't bend for the first hour of the day. My back was knackered. None of my joints wanted to work for the first hour of the day. I was like, ugh. I had to roll out of bed and sort of land on my feet. That's how I had to get up in the morning, because my body wouldn't bend. Now I wake up and I can just jump straight up. It's not a drama anymore. And as daft as it sounds, just telling you this and remembering what I was like before I did the fasting, I think, Jesus Christ, it is amazing. And that's about all I've got on the fasting anyway. I think I've pretty much covered it all. Yeah, give it a bash. Give it a bash. Again, back to the muscle situation. Yeah, I think I lost a little bit of mass. Not a deal. And I quickly got it back as well, though, once my body got used to it. And the other thing as well with the muscles is, while you're fasting, your, what's it called, growth hormone, your body produces a growth hormone when you're not eating. So that kind of balances it out anyway. So those that want big muscles and whatnot, don't worry too much about that. Do not worry. And if you're worried about you getting your calorie intake, you can still smash it. I thought my stomach's going to shrink and I'm not going to be able to stomach a big meal, but that has not been the case at all. I'll literally, like I say, normally have one meal a day, and it is a mountain of a plate. You know, it'll be like 4 pork chops, a few sausages, a couple of jacket potatoes, tin of beans, loads of cheese on top. That'll do for me. And a protein shake. And a protein bar now as well. I find these protein bars with like next to no sugar in. I thought that'll keep the desire for chocolate down massively. And I'm not going to cram so much in with my dinner now either, because that's like 20 grams of protein for a little bar. So that helps me out a bit as well. So if you've got any questions, drop it in the comments. By all means, I will try and answer anybody that has any questions. So we'll call that one done anyway. Like, comment, and subscribe. And be the best you. And do it for you. Cheers.